So I had this friend, his name's Bill, and he's an interesting chap. Um, I find the people I meet are to be quite interesting at times, and he told me this story. So uh, Bill, Bill has this friend. This is before we met. He has a friend, and he told me this story. He he got a DWI, and he wants to drive without his license, but he's concerned about the police looking up his license plate while driving and then pulling him over, right? So he gets this trustworthy friend. We'll just call him John. He signs over his car title over from Bill to John. So for a couple or a few weeks, Bill's driving around with his car. He's camouflaged now under this other guy. And so one day somebody knocks at the door. It turns out it's John, and he's saying, "I want my car back." He's with the police, and he wants his car back. And so Bill's looking at him like, "What the heck, you know?" And then John shows the police the new title, which is in John's name. So John takes the car, and police force the keys over to John from Bill, and John drives away, never to be seen again. So, oh my goodness, when I heard that, I just thought, oh my God, that's not what spawned Bend Him Over, but I'm telling you, that's a horror story, man. He still talks about him a year later. He got his $7,000 car taken from him. But this is I mean, I gotta admit, I was laughing. I mean, I couldn't believe it, and I had to laugh. I mean, it's like, wow. But I mean, these are stories that are awful, yet it's a little funny at the same time. And so you hear about my stories, and it's probably got some humor too in them. So it sucks to be on the receiving end of the Bendover phenomenon, but it also makes for a little bit of a funny story. So if you've got something, be sure to tell it, and don't be embarrassed, because you never know. It might turn into some skit someday. I might make some kind of like a Saturday Night Live skit out of it, and it's like, it might be worth some money. So sometimes these horror stories can be so funny that they're worth something, so something valuable, maybe more than the price of his car. So do tell. Let me know about your story. I should mention Bill's version of the Bend Over, in which he was on the delivering end and I was on the receiving end. I knew Bill about 4 or 5 months, and maybe 6. Anyways, he's a gambler, a gambling addict, and a drunk, and he's had a couple marriages that just couple. It's just his life is not the best, and it appears to be that's for some time, until just maybe a few months ago, that this is all I could attract as friends, is either people with a lower status class than myself, or the mafia. That's the only friends I could have, is the mafia and people that are just, I don't want to say loser, but just on that, just not that good of a status. My status is not so good, so I don't want to call myself a loser, but I have. Anyways, this guy. Anyways, after he told me the story, he had gambled all of his money away, and he needed some help in his business. So I loaned him $1,000 on a credit card to help him get going. I also helped him in a Google search engine to help in his business too, to provide some business clicks for him. And how before we did this, the process in which you're not supposed to loan friends money. Well, I made it clear. I said, we're not supposed to be doing this, right? I'm not supposed to be helping you out like this, right? Because there's horror stories that's why the rumors exist, to not loan your friends money. So I did it anyhow. It turns out it came back to bite me. Anyways, he um, I did get back the $1,000 from the credit card, but the 360, he owes me 360 from the Google search engines click. He actually got a lead which provided him $2,000 or $3,000 for he's doing some kind of loan thing, home loans, and so he could have got the money back to me, but he chose not to. So I got bent over once again. So thank you, Bill, and we haven't really talked since then. So that's my story.